Whereas the internet and the general, what do they call it? The IWC, the internet wrestling community, was like Jey Uso. And we talked about in the Royal Rumble review that you just heard, but that we had done a day or so ago, this fucking Frankenstein of a show. The people there, when they were thinking Punk and Rollins and they had him right in front of them, they were kind of And people on the pay-per-view, they were, well, we got Punk and we got Rollins, we had But these people were right there live and they get to fucking see him. And they went insane to begin with the waving and the yeeting, and the whole place was, as they used to say, the whole place was live. And when he got to the ring, they wouldn't stop and went on to the point where the fans started chanting one more time, and he gave them the signal, and they restarted the music and the yeeting. They saw him in this building. He's in front of them. He's a star, and they came to like it. So this wasn't your snarky, worldwide, somewhat jaded internet wrestling community. It was the people in Cleveland. And then he desperately needed to do a promo, not only that got to people with him as the main event guy, but also, what did we say in the review? Nobody wants to see Jey and Cody. Jey and Gunther, they just did it. But now it kind of makes sense that if they do it again, Jay's going to win. And he did both. Not only did he nail the promo, but then they did the face-off or standoff with Gunther that made the people want to see Jey kick the shit out of that guy and make him the pick that he's going to pick when he picks. So this was the segment was incredible, I thought. And it was 13 minutes into the show before he even had to speak words. Between the chanting and the yeeting and the cheering and the people standing up for him and him being overcome with emotion for real that you could tell, it just kept going. And at 13 minutes in, he says, "Thank you guys for that." And they fucking roar again. So now, work aside, and we pick the work apart, and we should pick the work apart. But he is nailing this as far as being the guy that they know shouldn't actually be there, because he's not that great compared to all these other guys, but he's so fucking likable. You want him to be there, and you'll overlook it. And he comes out and tells the story. I was a tag team guy. And I was part of the bloodline, but I didn't think I could ever be the singles guy. I wasn't confident. I didn't have it. But tonight, I got it now. And yay, and they say, "You deserve it." And he was breaking, his voice was cracking, and it wasn't a work. Because he's telling the truth. I worked really hard to get to this position, but I got it because of you. His voice broke up. "Thank all of you. Because of you guys, I'm the Royal Rumble winner." And they gave the applause. This is the only thing that the only perfect thing he could have done to come out and say to make this is he's likable and he's telling the truth to him. I shouldn't be here. You guys helped me just by liking me and doing the yeet and the whole thing, and now look where I am, and thank you. Now he's their fucking horse if he never wins another race. But anyway, he says, "I'm going to WrestleMania, the main event, just me, Oos." And then Gunther's music hits. And before we get into the Gunther repartee, what'd you think of it? You had to think Jey nailed this.
Of course he did, and he always does. I mean, that's what we always say.
Well, he's not. No, this is an all-time classic. It's
well,
not
this
like
is when you do it. This is when you do it. You're the man of the people. You just won the Rumble, and the place is going nuts for you. It transpired the right way, and it felt right.
But I mean, usually he does "I'm blown up anyway, so I'm going to spit out a few words where you can yeet" promo, and that's good to fire him up and everything. But this was very difficult to do because he was emotional and it was true.
And that's what it should have been. So it all worked out well. And with Gunther, in no way am I looking forward to the match, but I think the week-to-week build, promos, emotion, I think those intangibles will make the build of the match and the weeks leading up to the match, if he actually gets the match. I mean, we're assuming he will get the WrestleMania match in a few months. It's probably a fair assumption, but
well, now that would be if Jey and Gunther is not for the world title at this point is not part of WrestleMania, they'll be pissed again at something. Because now they want to see it.
And again, assuming it is, it's the same thing as if it wasn't. I'm sure the story and the build will be good. And the match will have an exciting, energetic entrance. And maybe some drama after the bell. And everything in between will be a problem. Well, not a problem, but not optimal.
Well, not optimal. But so Gunther came out and he did another great heel interview where he belittled Jey Uso. You can't lace my boots. If I beat Cena or Punk or Roman, yeah, but not you. You don't mean anything to beat you. But if you choose me, I'll make every week hell and WrestleMania will be the worst. I'm going to fuck you up. So consider your options. And he starts just walk off and leave him. And Jey says, I'm tired of people telling me what I'm supposed to be and what I can do and can't do. I mean, the man of the people. The people. And whoever he chooses, he's going to walk out main event Jey Uso champion. And then, of course, they're saying same thing with the women. I'm going to talk to Cody on Friday and see what's going on. They're not having the pick being picked yet, but it will be a disappointment, I think, if this is not where it goes. So it seems like that's where it's going.
And I'm sure it will be. Wait
a minute, it will be a disappointment or it will be where it's going?
I'm sure it will be where it's going.
Okay, well, the way that when I phrased what I phrased, the way I phrased it, and then you came back with that other phrase, it was unphrased. But that's what happened there.